Hey everybody, it's Memphis coming at you live with Card Talks, this show about new cards on the YTO Pro, and we got 5 new cards. Yes, there's a Madolche, we'll get to that, but first we got the main deck cards. Got 3 new traps. We got, what is this, Bye Damage, which looks like a Zexal card. I might be mistaken about that. Anyway, this card, during damage calculation, if your monster is attacked, that monster can be destroyed by that battle. Also, any battle damage you take inflicts double effect damage to your opponent. You only apply this effect once per turn. Okay. So basically what you want to do with this card is put a monster with low attack on the board, and then have your opponent's monster with a high attack value attack you with it. You'll take a lot of damage, but they'll take a lot more damage. I mean, it's trollsy as all get out, I'll give you that much, but I kind of like it at the same time. I mean, I don't think I'll overuse it, but if I ever need a crazy trap card to burn my opponent for a lot of damage, this is the card to go for. So, yeah, this one gets a plus for me. Next up, we have the card Graveyard of Wandering Souls, which is a continuous trap card. And it says, if your monster is destroyed by battle in some of the graveyard while this card is face up in your spell trap zone, you get a Fireball token. Pyro, fire, level 1, attack 100, defense 100. If a monster or monsters is sent from your hand and or field to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect while this card is face up, you can special summon as many fireball tokens as possible up to the number of monsters sent. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so if your monster is destroyed by battle, you get a bunch of tokens, but it doesn't work on the tokens themselves. So basically, you don't get infinite tokens with this, so what is the point of this card? I'm sure there's a point to it. Because all of it's on your opponent's stuff. It's not like you can just spam a bunch of zombies and then get a whole bunch of cards. So this one's a bit iffy. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of crazy combo you can do with this. Maybe you could like float a bunch of monsters into things and keep getting tokens, but I don't know. I don't like it as much. Cool artwork though. It does get that much at least. Next we have Goldfish Rescue, which is another card in the Goblins trilogy. Not a trilogy, but the saga of Goblin. This card, you can target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a monster with the same attribute, add it to your hand. And if you do, shuffle that target into the deck. Otherwise, send the excavated card to the graveyard. If you do, destroy this card. Okay, so basically, this is a card for screwing your opponent's graveyard, but also giving you draws. But the thing is, they have to have the same attribute, and there aren't any cards to change the attributes of cards in the graveyard. Or at least nothing that comes immediately to mind. Maybe I'm mistaken. It's perfect for mirror matches, though, I suppose, because then if you're playing the same things, you'll be able to consistently send your opponent's stuff back to their deck. So it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. I'm sure someone will come up with something for it. But for now, let's get to the thing we've all been waiting for, which is Madolche Teacher Glasuffle. Kind of a funny name there. It is a rank 4 Exceed, of course. Fairy, 1800 attack, 2500 defense. Needs 2 level 4 Madolches. As a quick effect, you can detach a material, target a Madolche on the field. It's unaffected by other monsters' effects this turn. Basically, it's Madolche's own form of Super Dora, but only for monster effects. If another Madolche card or cards is sent to your graveyard while this card is on the field, you can shuffle up to 2 cards from the graveyard into the deck. You only use this effect once per turn. Let me think of this. The making Madolche's immune to monster effects is kind of cool. I do like that. And it does give you some recovery, which is something Madolches like to do. You got Ticket on board to get your stuff back. You get special summon things, because of course, this is a fairy. So, I kind of wish I had this yesterday when I played Madolches, to be honest, but in the meantime, it's interesting. Not perfect, but interesting. I think Tiramisu is still the go first sort of deal. You go for Tiramisu before you go into this thing. But I like it. You know, it's interesting enough. I kind of wish the stats were switched, though. But whatever. We got one more card. This is a Frightfur. Dangerous Frightfur Nightmare, which is, I can't even tell from the art. The artwork is still smart. It's like some kind of evil doll or something. Yes, okay, so this needs an edge. This is a, what is this? This is a Dark Fiend, 2000 attack, 2000 defense fusion. Needs an edge amp and 2 fluffles, so it's pretty generic, pretty easy to make. 300 attack gain for every fairy and fiend in your graveyard during your turn only. Of course, all the cards you're playing in a fluffle deck are, fiends and fairies. So, wait, that's not true at all. What type were those? I'm talking nonsense. Okay, hold on. He gets attack boost. The fusions are at least fiends. There's some good fairies and fluffles. When this fusion summoned card destroys a monster by battle, you can send Frightfur, Fluffle, and or Edge Imps from the deck to the grave, equal to destroy monsters level. So basically it sets up your graveyard, and with the attack boost, it'll get up to some decent numbers to beat up over some decent things, so yeah. I mean, it does, of course, the thing is it doesn't work on links or Ixies, so kind of limited there. And of course, the floating effect of this, of course, it has one. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this face-up card, quickie, you can banish a Frightfur from the extra deck. You banish a Frightfur from your extra deck, negate the effect. And it's a quickie too, and it's not once per turn. So it's got a bit of protection to it, and that's very nice, only targeting. But it works on destruction and other forms of removal. So, I actually kind of like it. I mean, I wouldn't play more than one of it, but it's something. I think Frightfurs will have some fun with it. And I might use it in my upcoming Frightfur duel just to see how it goes. Gonna do that on Christmas. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the Card Dukes. Do let me know what you think of these cards. Are you going to try out this new Glassooffle? And, just let me know what you think of Nightmare and all the cards in between. Thank you guys for watching. This is Boy Memphis signing out, and later, everybody.